Alright, brace yourselves to go into Club 88. Oh wait, let's talk to Frederick first. The younger of the Carfi sons mans his post at the club's front door. He's showing off his hulking arms to a couple of wan-looking girls from the docks. Their clearly self-interested fawning gets them inside with no cover charge. I know what you're thinking, some perks, right? For them maybe. Who, those girls? Pa, they're harmless, having some fun with me. Are they harmless? Hey, all the stuff around here, it's all just fluff anyway. You know what? I know you know that. You've got the eyes. Doing what you do, you know what's what and what ain't. We're the same, you and me. People in here may look the part, but it's different with us. We're legit. We've got that edge. Everyone else is just a poser. Do we? Have you done anything other than bouncing? It's not about what I've done, it's about what I can do. I've got potential. I just need to prove it, and show my bar that I can do what he used to do. He used to be a pirate! This cushy life is not for me. I'm capable of so much more. Ma won't ever see it, but I know my bar will understand. He's not meant for this kind of a life either, you know it. You've talked to him, right? You see it in him. Once a badass pirate, always a badass pirate. I mean, I think he's a little old for that now. Gotta be the same with you, right? Can't ever see yourself going back to a normal life. Shadowrunning is where it's at. I mean, one day I'm gonna get old too. You fancy yourself a Shadowrunner? I want to be something. Shadowrunner, sure. I see you and your type roll up hard edge like you are. I can see myself doing that. Have you ever killed anyone? Do you want to? But there's also the triads. Lots of guys get their start that way, work their way up, some of them starting out as regular gangers. I'd be looking to jump a few rungs right off the bat, of course, considering who I am and who my bar is. Yeah, that's not how things work, Frederick. You wanna rise up, you need to prove yourself. But I think my bar would be most proud if I followed in his footsteps, join up with a pirate crew, be a scourge of the open sea. I know it's in my blood, I just need to let it out. I don't think so, Frederick. You know what, let me talk to your bar. Hey, it's El Duce. This tall, well-built human has been watching you since the moment you entered Club 88. Surreptitiously, of course. Glances over his shoulder and the like, but you're certain he's been watching you. He finally speaks as you draw near. I hear you're the one to talk to about work in the shadows. Maybe, maybe not. What's it to you? He shrugs and folds his arms across his chest. I'm looking for work here in Hong Kong, but I don't have my own team. I asked around who the players are here in Hioi. They said to talk to you. Call me El Duce. I'm a street samurai, good with shotguns, close combat, and I've got a bit of medical know-how on top of that. My rates are reasonable, unless it's a run against Shiawase. In that case, it's completely free. El Duce is the Duke. Why run for free against Shiawase? Because the sons of bitches killed my wife and stole my son. Fair enough. Duce's voice is hard and flat. Anything to screw them over, I don't need to get paid for. Okay, I can understand being upset about that. Duce nods in satisfaction. Good, the bastards were in it for a cheap payday. Just another body to add to their assembly line. You ever heard of a Type O immune system? That's a universal donor designation, apparently. No, what does that mean? It means that his organs and blood can be donated to anyone. They are universally compatible. If a company wants to produce bioware on the cheap, they use sinless Type O bodies as templates to grow the ware in. Human factories, basically. Sick stuff, but it's not like we can complain to anybody. Officially, we don't even exist. Shaking his head, Duce looks away. Likes to talk about something else, okay? You live here in the Hioi. No, Chongqing Mansion's down the way. near Hong Kong. It's a real hellhole, but nothing like the walled city. Still, I come up here because this is where the work is. A lot of smugglers coming in and out, and a lot of freelancers needed to solve problems. Gesturing towards the rest of the bar, Duce surveys the dingy interior with an uncritical eye. Places like this exist all over the world. Dives where cops won't come in except with riot gear. Where people like us gather around and try to figure out how to make our next New Year. From the right one, you can find any kind of work you want. Have you been a Shadowrunner your whole life? Chuckling, Duce shakes his head. Nope. Originally I was in IT, tech support. That's a hell of a jump to being a Shadowrunner. Yeah, well, having your wife gunned down and your kids stolen tends to focus your attention. Sounds like a bad action sim, doesn't it? Still, that's how it happened. One day, Shiawase is getting a reckoning. Alright, see you later, Duce. You two keep safe, alright? So we get to meet the mercenaries that we see on the computer. Callum Carfi. Callum sits with his eyes closed and his head back. One might assume he's asleep or trying to shake a particularly nasty hangover, but when he stirs, his eyes are clear and uncharacteristically focused. SCKC, right? What brings you back? It's good to see you sober, Callum. I've cut myself off. Got some serious thinking to do. Oh, good. What's going on? Maybe nothing, maybe everything. Could be a way out of this pit. A way to do something more with my life than sell cheap thrills and cheap pills. What's this way out you mentioned? I met a man, or rather a man sought me out, and went to all the trouble to set up a meet and get into Hioi. That takes guts, for someone corporate. He said he's a recruiter, like a talent scout for one of the big corporations, and they're interested in me. Me! Sounds like a scam, bro. Can you believe that? Even way down here in Hioi, they heard of me. They see potential in me. Callum Carfi. Yeah, no, I think you've been duped. One of the big shots at this corp wants to be my benefactor. It's amazing, right? Even Li Ka-shing needed mentors, and he became one of the most successful men in the world. This is my start, this is my break. This... Are you serious? This recruiter wouldn't tell me the guy's name or the name of the corp. It's all still very preliminary. This was just the first step, but a first step towards walking out of here. You can't tell him? We can't tell him it's a scam? It sounds like a scam, Callum. Is it really so bad here? You've been here long enough, you should know better by now. Most people figure it out in the first few hours. Hioi is a way station, halfway between something better and something worse. You stay here, you're just accepting the fact that you'll never amount to anything. You're agreeing that all you care about is keeping your head above water. It's 4 good wars and 3 square meals at its best. That sounds fine to me, Callum. Some people pass through on the way down before bottoming out in the walled city or as a floater in the harbour. Others pass through on their way up to places like Tai Ku-shing or Aberdeen. That's how I intend to go. Club 88 is disappointing. These trolls. So dumb. Hey Henry, your kids are stupid. You catch Henry Carfi lost in reverie, staring at a wall plastered with photos, and while most are signed celebrity headshots, there are scattered among them more personal images from days long past. Lots of faces on this wall, a lot of strangers staring back at me. These aren't friends of yours? Nope, just rich strangers with a publicist trying to lacquer them in street cred. We get the occasional Simpson star or athlete surrounded by an entourage of muscle and photographers. It's all for their image, you see. They want a stack of carefully staged photographs that seem like paparazzi shots in a notorious underworld hideout at Arms Bazaar. Henry smiles sardonically. If we were really all like that, the Hong Kong police force... if we were really all that, the Hong Kong police force would have bombed us by now. Club 88 is a neutral zone, and Ennui deals mostly in small arms. We clear the joint. We let them stage things however they like, throw a few tattooed out blue lanterns in the background. In exchange, we get a big stack of new yen and a glossy face on the wall to show how popular our club has become. Kindly locks all Hioi down for the visit. Those fame bunnies are safer here than they probably are in their penthouses. It's all my wife's idea, of course. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Callum's lucky he got her brains. I'm afraid Frederick takes after his old man. But wasn't it you who first started running guns through here? Heard about that, did you? Loose lips. But yeah, I took a turn as a small-time smuggler. Less excitement than you might think. Never really made all that much extra money doing it either. Had it been riskier, I never would have bothered, but our boat's engineer was a good friend of mine and he was in on the deal. He could tuck away those crates in the engine room where only he knew they existed. I just had to shepherd them on and off the boat. Probably could have negotiated better deals, but I just wanted to be rid of the stuff as fast as I could. Didn't want Wu Xing to find out, and I especially didn't want Ennui to find out. But find out she did, though she surprised me with her reaction. Thought she would throw a fit, but the only thing she was mad about was my profit margin, so she took over. Tell me about you and Ennui. She and I grew up together here in Hioi. We were childhood sweethearts, but how often do such things last? Then back in 21, when we were both 18 and unsure of our futures, we both goblinized. The world was turned on its head. People said it was a disease or the result of a biological weapon. There was panic everywhere. But Ermin and I saw differently. We saw it as a sign that we were meant to be. It didn't matter if we were lepers, because we were lepers together. Wish I could say she was the first and only love in my life, but there will always be another. I heeded her call for far too long before finally sitting down here with Ermin. Even so, that call is always there, tempting me to come back. To be lost forever. Worst ways to go, I suppose. Oh, you mean the ocean. I do my best to resist, try to focus on what Ermin has built here for us. Alright, I'll leave you be. I think Club 88 is shoehorned in. Club 88 doesn't fit into the rest of the game. Do you get that feeling? I think this place is shoehorned in after everything else. Ermin car fight. It feels as though a pall hangs over Club 88. There are fewer patrons on the dance floor and far more hushed conversations than raucous frivolity. Ermin scans the too-thin crowd as if she could suss out the reason for the change. Something's not right at all. You expecting trouble? No, not the kind you mean, it's just a shift in the mood. Usually when it gets this way, it's for obvious reasons. The death of someone beloved in Hioi, or a terrorist attack hitting too close to home. This time I don't know. Nightmares? But it doesn't matter. When spirits are down, people drink. When spirits are high, people drink. We make money either way. I just prefer knowing which way the winds are blowing. Comes from being an old sailor's wife. You said you worked in the corporate sector. Oh yes, I was with Baihu for many years before the boys were born. I started as low as one can get, but I was always good with people, and I understood the politics better than most. Being a troll in the corporate world is very hard. There's a lot of bigotry. However, I turned it to my advantage in every way I could. People underestimated me, I used it in every way I could, and sometimes being able to project raw, contained power is very powerful. It's very useful. Slowly I climbed the ladder. Sometimes I wonder what might have been if Callum hadn't come along when he did, but there's no changing the past. Are things with Callum any better? No, he's become even more distant of late, more secretive. I saw him talking to someone the other day, the kind of person who doesn't belong in Hioi, and shouldn't even be here. I don't know who they were or what they wanted, but Callum is clearly trying to hide it from me. I have a bad feeling, the same heavy feeling that hangs over this place. Something is wrong. Something bad is coming from my son and I don't know if I can stop it. I'm sorry I shouldn't bother you with my worries, surely you have more important business. Like, they talk to you but you can't talk back? You can't tell the dad about his silly son who wants to be a pirate? You can't tell the mother about the other guy, like who's he talking to? Somehow this is completely uninteractive. Yeah, no, Club 88 is. It's not very well written. Alright, where's this guy? Where's this reliable Matthew and his pills? SCKC, did you get my medicine? Yes, I did. Really? That's great, give it to me. Matthew, I can't let you have. What is this stuff? I should have saved first. What is this stuff? It's my medicine. It makes me feel better. He waves weakly at the drone lot. It makes all this okay. Here, give it to me. What if I don't let it? Matthew, I can't let you have this. Well... Wait, what? No, it's medicine. It's not... I'm not well without it. Matthew looks like he's getting agitated. No. I need it. He seems to fold in on himself. He trembles a little. He looks doggedly down at his feet. He seems to be on the verge of crying. This seems like a bad idea. Sorry, Matthew. You need to kick it. You need to kick the habit. Alright, well, I did it. It's just refused. Chip cylinder. A brightly decorated case of chips for reliable Matthew. Let me save here. I can't offer it again, can I? Reliable Matthew won't look up. He stares at his feet, a look of angry sorrow on his face. Just get your stuff and leave. You know what? I'm just not gonna give it to him. Alright, goodbye. I mean, he was always messed up, right? I don't know if this is gonna help him. But he was pretty bad before already. There's nothing down here? Okay. Alright, let's go sleep. Oh, this is the shop. What are these things? There's like giant glowing sphere things. Get some rest. A stabbing pain in your stomach jolts you awake. Your entire abdomen is cramping up. You roll in your cot, willing the shooting pains that radiate from your stomach to go away. Your mouth is bone dry and your tongue is swollen. It feels thick and inarticulate, like a useless slab of meat. A quick glance at your PDA tells you that it's 4 AM. Outside of your cabin, the rest of Hioi sleeps. All that you remember of the dream that you awoke from is a horrible, unfulfilled yearning, and a need to get where you were going first. Others were behind you. You could feel the heat of their breath on your neck. If you were to beat them to your destination, you could slam the door in their faces, keep them out and away from what was yours. But if they overtook you, you would feel that terrible longing forever. As you grasp at your last fleeting memories of the dream, a wave of exhaustion washes over you. It feels like you've been drugged. You collapse back into your cot and into a black, dreamless sleep. When you open your eyes again, the sun filters in under your door. It's morning. Curious? Alright. That's it, right? Let me go back to the train station and save the game. When we come back, we do a mission. I'm not sure what mission I want to do yet. I guess it doesn't really matter, we just do all of them, eventually. Let's do one of the... Hold on. Shangri-La kidnap Rooster Low. Repulse Bay Hotel to help Dr. Shin Yang blackmail Neville Ma. I forgot who the guy in the mahjong parlor is. I think it's the Repose Bay Hotel, right? Blackmail Neville Ma, yeah, and the actress. I think it's that one I want to do. Alright, let me save the game and see you next time.